What is up, YouTube? It has been a very long time. So where have I been? Well, I've been here, I've been there, I've been all over the place. The truth is, I've just had a lot going on this year. Now, in terms of my business, this year has been a really good year. However, in terms of life and my personal side of things, it's been a really rough year. So let me explain. To begin with, I've taken on way too much work this year. I have definitely hit my goal of doing that 30 to 40 customers, and I was doing just shy of 48 weekly customers. So on top of being busy as hell this year, things got dried out pretty bad. So if you guys remember at the beginning of this year, we got a lot of rain. Well, things have definitely dried out now and the grass just quite isn't growing. So now it's balanced out just a little bit. But let's back it up a bit. Before then, when we're getting all that rain, you guys may remember I was actually in a very serious car accident. And that actually put me out of work for about 2 weeks, and that was right in the middle of peak season, right in the middle of peak springtime. So that really hurt and that really set me back. On top of all the rain that we were having, that was just making me way far behind. So on top of hitting my goal and being way overbooked, I guess you could say, I was in a car accident, out of work for 2 weeks, that set me behind. Now this is where things really started to go downhill for me. Not only was I in a car accident, but exactly a month after the car accident, which was 2 weeks after I went back to work, I actually lost a very good friend of mine. His name was Stan. He was a good coworker of mine that I used to work with. He was one of the first people I met when I moved out here. As you guys know, I moved up from the northeast of the country out to Midwest, out here in Missouri. He was one of the families I met, one of the first people I've ever met moving out here. And I worked side by side with him. I guess you could say I was kind of his apprentice for about 4 years before I finally went full-time in the lawn care side. And unfortunately, he had been battling cancer the entire time I lived out here. And unfortunately, it was time, it was his time to go. I hate to say it like that, but it's the truth. So exactly a week after the severe car accident, I ended up losing a very good friend of mine. And exactly a month after that, just 4 weeks after I lost my best friend, I ended up losing my grandmother as well. She passed away. And then there were some complications in that, as I live halfway across the country from that. So I ended up taking a last minute trip back out to where I'm from to go be there for the funeral, and I was actually asked to be a part of the funeral. So that set me back a little bit too. So I was out of work again for about 2 weeks during that time period. So that's actually when I had the last video you guys saw I had actually uploaded. It was kind of a last minute video that I had saved. It wasn't the planned video I wanted you guys to see. It was just something I had in my inventory in YouTube. You guys know I recorded a bunch of content. It was the last video that I actually had uploaded to YouTube. And so I wanted to make that, I wanted to go ahead and let you guys see that video while I did not have any time to edit or make any other videos like I was hoping to. Now on top of all that, I ended up having several breakdowns. One of them being this mower right here, which as you guys know, is my main mower. I pretty much run the Toro Time Master and the Exmark 60-inch. Those are the main two mowers that I run every day. And I've had problems with this. I've been fighting since May. Since before the car accident I was in, I have been fighting problems with this. But you guys are going to see a very upcoming video where I go into detail as to what's wrong with it. Some of you guys already know because you've spotted it in some of my other videos. Now you guys know I really put this mower through hell. I really want to give it the ultimate test to see how it does for this year. My review is coming out on it, as well as you guys are going to see 2 different things have broke on me since the last video you guys have seen of it. Now I will go ahead and disclose that I do believe both of them were user error, operator error. It was on my fault. But I want to show you guys what I had to deal with on it so you guys know, hey, that could potentially happen if you have one of these mowers. Also, on top of having both of these mowers breaking down and trying to fight my dealers to get parts, which again, you guys are going to see a whole different video on these, and I'll go over in detail what kind of nightmare it's been. But on top of my mowers breaking, I've had problems with all of my trimmers, not just one, not just the cheap one, but all 3 of the main trimmers that I run, I've had problems with. Which is why you currently only see 2 trimmers sitting up here on this rack, because one of them is back to the dealer, and this is the second time it's gone back to the dealers. I've been holding a video out on you guys because I'm trying to wait and see what's wrong with it. It is the Echo 225i, so it is my brand new trimmer that I bought back in December of 2020. Haven't got to run it that much because I've been fighting problems with it all season long, and it's finally, almost had enough with it. This will be the second time it's in the shop for the same problem. Now you guys know I am torture testing the cheap Hyper Tough trimmer. Little spoiler, that has been an absolute great trimmer all the way up until recently here. I'm also dealing with problems with that, but I do believe that is operator error as well. So we'll go over that in a later video as well. Between breakdowns and some things going on in my personal life, fighting with the X-Mark, dealing with the Toro, and not really having a perfectly good trimmer to running, I've been on all kinds of other stuff. As you guys can see, I did get a trailer, and you guys, a little spoiler, you guys can kind of see what's going on there. I'll get into that in another video as well. I've also got my racks painted, finally. I've had them pretty much since the beginning of the season, and I finally went ahead and painted them, and I'm getting ready to install them. I already have the blower rack installed on my trailer. You guys are going to get ready to see my trailer set up finally. It's only been a year since some of you guys have been asking for that, but you guys are going to see that. And right now, by the time I'm recording this, the fall season is here. I mean, the leaves are starting to fall. I did my first leaf cleanup 3 days ago from the time I recorded this. As you guys can see, my leaf vacuum is still disassembled and hanging on the wall. So I haven't even got to use that yet, but we're going to get into that because my setup is changing completely for next year. So again, I know I keep telling you guys about all these different videos that are coming out in the future, but hopefully things are starting to even out now, and I'm going to be back making videos now. So you guys are going to get to see a review of the Cyclone rake finally. It's only been a year since you guys have been asking for that as well. You guys are going to see my trailer set up. And we need to go over some potential changes for my setup next year. So for all you Toro Time Master lovers out there, just bear with me. I have several videos I'm in the process of either editing, filming, or I'm getting ready to film with the Toro Time Master to catch you guys back up on that. We've got several videos coming out with this. And I know some of y'all have been asking about my Hyper Tough trimmer. I promise I have a lot of videos coming out with that, specifically comparing it with the Echo trimmer, as well as putting that thing through hell, and just doing all kinds of stuff with it, so stay tuned. So again, I'm going to apologize to all of you guys. I really appreciate all of y'all's support, every one of you that have subscribed to me and watched my channels. I really appreciate y'all's support, and I am very sorry that it's taken me this long to finally make this video and finally catch up with you guys. I know I've been absent from the YouTube community. I haven't had a chance to watch anybody's videos or comment on anybody's videos like I used to or anything like that, and I absolutely apologize to all of you guys. The season is finally starting to wind down here for me on the mowing side, so I'm hoping to have a lot more time to catch back up. On the bright side of my 2-month hiatus that I've gone on, I'm going to have a lot more footage for you guys coming up to keep you entertained through the winter again, just like I did last year. So you guys are going to be seeing mowing videos all the way through the winter time. So when people start to get bored in the winter time wanting to see mowing, you guys will be able to come check out my channel and watch it then, because I'll have weekly uploads all through the wintertime. So I hope you guys aren't too disappointed with me this year. I really apologize. Just life has hit me really hard this year. There's been a lot going on with my business and my personal life, like I had said. So please bear with us. I promise we're getting back into making good content. I promise we're gonna have a blast. So please bear with me and just give me a little bit of a break on these next couple of videos you guys are gonna watch, as I've got to get back into the swing of filming and editing and stuff like that. So bear with me. I always appreciate your support. Please hit this thumbs up on this video and consider subscribing if you haven't already, or if you've unsubscribed, please consider staying subscribed or subscribing again to me. It's going to take me a couple of weeks to get back in the swing of editing and filming and stuff like that, but I promise we're going to get back in it, and we're going to pretend like, life didn't just hit me hard this year, right? So I appreciate all you guys' support again. I know I've said that like 100 times this video. I'm sorry. Thank y'all all for watching, and thank you all for y'all support. And I will see y'all very soon in this next upcoming video.